Commander, looks like our new friends from the Hand have just entered orbit. I'll get them cleared to land right away.
Keeper, I am Darth Rivix. I believe the Empress told you to expect me.
You'll be the Hand's liaison to the rest of the Empire.
Precisely. Competition for the role was heated, as I'm sure you can imagine. I am proud to have stood above all others. I'll have my shuttle bring me to the surface directly. I always prefer speaking in person. Face to face at last. Your holo does you no justice, my friend.
I hope you've come for more than empty flattery.
Let's find out. Permit me to be direct. My duty as liaison is to facilitate your operations as best I can. My success is judged by your success. I will not profit from obstructing or undermining you. Much as I savor them, deception and manipulation are not among my objectives here. I will relate my Empress's desires to you and your accomplishments to her. Anything you require of the Empire's resources, I will obtain. I shall be your ally, your spokesman, and I hope your confidant. You have my vow on it.
I hope you can live up to your word. I don't take disappointment well.
Nor should you. The best deserves the best. Now, if I may impose upon you a bit more before we delve into official matters, I would love a tour of your base. The stories I've heard.
One of my people can show you around. Find me when you're ready to focus on our work.
As you wish. Your base is truly impressive. You must be very proud.
Are you ready to focus now?
Yes, let's. The destruction of the Meridian Complex on Corellia continues to accelerate our war efforts. We've won decisive victories in the Bormir, Atravis, and Anoat sectors. The Republic is reeling. Perfect conditions for the Hand to press the advantage.
Perfection can't be rushed. We'll rejoin the fight when I'm sure we're ready.
Of course. To that end, we are solidifying supply lines and secure communications between Odessen and the rest of Imperial space. A full detachment of Imperial troops is already en route to serve at your command. Assault troops, security personnel, patrol ships, and so on. Now then, there is one other matter that needs your attention as we spin up the Hand's day-to-day operations. As promised, all covert operations personnel and assets have been transferred to your oversight. Darth Zarian has been uncharacteristically cooperative. Upon investigation, I have identified 5 operatives transferred to your control who are, in fact, Zarian's personal agents. These operatives were sent to spy on us, not our enemies. How shall we deal with them?
Execute them all. Let's send a clear message to Zarian and anyone else who thinks they can interfere in our operations.
Delicious. I'll see it done. I believe that concludes our business for the day. Do you require anything else?
Any word on Darth Malgus? I haven't seen him since Corellia.
You are not alone in that. No one has seen him since the battle. It's all rather mysterious. Perhaps he was more badly injured than anyone knows. Or perhaps he's gone rogue again. But surely that's not possible.
I will not return. I will not return. I will not.
Once again, your vital signs have elevated far beyond ideal values. I am concerned that these episodes pose a risk of permanent damage.
Then stop them.
I have already removed all physical modifications related to your loyalty assurance protocols. These hallucinations are the result of psychological manipulation. To correct such potent mental conditioning is beyond my program's scope of practice. Honestly, I am unaware of any technique capable of editing the pathways of your mind so extensively.
I have heard of one possibility. Set course for Dantooine.
We are glad you could join us. This Darth Rivix is an intriguing individual. We witnessed his work for the Imperial diplomatic service once.
Tell me about him.
It was a meeting with Hutt cartel representatives many years ago, before we first heard the Song of Our Nest. We sought arrangements for the use of hyperroutes in Hutt space, routes they were resistant to share until Rivix arrived. He had sway over the negotiator almost immediately, not in the way Sith sometimes force their will on others. Such tricks do not work on Hutts. This was different somehow. We felt it also, though we spoke with him only briefly and couldn't recognize the effect until hours later. Did you feel it?
If he had some kind of charm, I didn't notice it. I honestly couldn't be rid of him fast enough.
Interesting. Perhaps your will is stronger, or your mind more resistant. Or perhaps it really is nothing. In any case, we wished to make you aware of these facts, so that you are prepared for future encounters.
Thank you, Vector. I'll be sure to watch for anything strange the next time I meet with him.
We are pleased to have helped, but still stay a while. The nest tells us many things you may find interesting.
We've waited too long as it is. Something is wrong. I'm sure of it.
Smashing up the place isn't gonna solve anything. We'll find the ship. It's gonna be all right.
I take it there's no sign of the transport with Satil and her followers.
Nothing. It isn't responding to our signals. And we've already checked the next scheduled stop. No sign.
Which leaves just about 200 or 300 systems to search.
There must be another way!
Let's start by not breaking anything. This furniture wasn't free.
Go easy on him. It's been hundreds of years since he felt real emotions. He's a bit out of practice. All we can do is start searching from the ship's last known coordinates, which, for us, could take forever. So we get an expert. We'll send T7 out with an escort and all the probe droids we can find. They'll cover more ground and sort through sensor readings faster than we ever could. T7 works his astromech magic, crunches the probe data to pick up a trail, and we find our missing ship in a matter of days or weeks, instead of years.
What are we waiting for? Get it done.
Your house, your probe droids. Just seemed polite to ask first. That's everything settled then. As soon as we get coordinates, you'll be the first to know. Don't worry, your furniture's safe. He'll calm down in a bit.
You don't demand anything, Jakaya. Certainly not from him.
If you're risking your life out there, I'll demand what the clan requires.
What's going on?
It seems I'm a child in need of a parent.
You're Mandalore, the Avenger. You have responsibilities to all of us.
So you often tell me.
Who's this?
Jakaya Ordo. One of my best. He managed to avoid my notice for too long, but now I've put him to work. Though I'm having second thoughts.
I would gladly go back to being an unknown, Great Mandalore. I prefer the talk of warriors to the endless jabbering of politics.
The curse of being skilled at both, you old rancor.
So you're the one. Not sure if I should call you Commander.
Friend is fine, if it's all the same to you.
Friend it is. Bersha in Mandoa. The fact is, I wanted to meet you. I only know your reputation. I don't know you. It's my job to take a hard look at anyone this close to Mandalore. As for spies, they're hard to trust. Anyone that can start a war without firing a shot, well, but that takes a keen mind and a lot of guts. You'll need both to stand with Mandalore.
I like someone who wants a bit of face-to-face before blindly trusting anyone. You show promise.
Do I? There's hope yet.
So, what happens now?
I've seen your face, looked into your eyes. That's what I wanted.
Satisfied?
For now.
Good. I'm sure you have more important things to do.
Some clan grumbling to track down. More than the usual complaints. Ras and I will check into it. Jakaya out.
Ras?
His brother. They're a family of Mandalorians. Lost a sister a few years back.
Something wrong?
That's the first time he's mentioned a clan issue. He oversees a lot of the day-to-day details without a word.
Let Jakaya find out more. If he's one of your best, trust him to do his job.
You're right. It's hard to sit back. But he's better at rooting out trouble. He kept an assassin's knife out of my gut more than once. You're a leader. How would you deal with unrest in the ranks?
Division makes all of you vulnerable. That could cost lives.
You have more in common with Jakaya than I thought. He demands order. Without it, he says you have a mob instead of allies. Well, looks like I've got reports to review on escort missions we've been overseeing. Jakaya snuck them into the transmission. Sneaky Chakar.
I'll leave you to it.
Did you learn anything from the clans?
Nothing I haven't mentioned before. A lot of heated words. Some are saying Mandalorians are just glorified couriers.
Still unable to see past their next fight. All tactics and no strategy.
However restless you are in the position, Mandalore, you sound like a leader.
I sound angry. My blaster is still a better negotiator than I will ever be. What about the escort runs?
Silence. But only a fool would believe they haven't heard something.
What happened?
Some of the cargo ships we were looking after ran into trouble. Mostly scouts sniffing around. But one exchanged fire. We've been looking into it.
Jakaya.
Keeper, we meet again. I've been keeping an eye on you.
And?
Mandalore was right to stand by your side.
Sounds like you should be watching someone else.
Always.
Who would attack Mandalorian ships?
That's the real question. They're well equipped and they know our methods.
You need to get ahead of this. Everyone knows the Mandalorians are looking after some very valuable goods. Very tempting.
Agreed. But it's not common bandits or even an ambitious cartel. This feels different. Like they're testing our defenses. I know you object, Mandalore, but we must look closer to home.
I don't object. I just want to be sure. Would some of the clans really go that far?
I'm not ruling it out. Like I said, there were some heated words.
Like Shay said, we need to know more before we jump to conclusions.
I understand. But something is making my trigger finger itch. We should have clamped down harder on the clans when we had the chance. The wound has festered.
No, Mandalorians aren't droids. We're best when we don't have some restraining bolt on our neck, even if it costs us.
Put a stop to this, or I will.
It won't come to that. If your help is needed, we'll ask. But enough talk. Our agreements must continue. We gave our word those cargo transports would be safe.
Understood, Mandalore. I'll see if I can draw the enemy out. Can't fight what we can't see. If I'm lucky, I'll make them mad enough to come out and play. Jakaya out.
I'd prefer a fight to all this sneaking about.
If you uncover any new leads, pass them along.
Count on it.
T7, you found the ship with Satil Shan and her students.
Finally. Great work.
We need those coordinates now. There isn't a moment to spare.
Hit them with everything you've got. Destroy them.
We need to get there now. The servants have found their master.
The servants? I can't believe there are any of them left.
The servants?
They're the Sith Emperor's worst fanatics. They don't even have names, just Servant 1, Servant 2, and so on.
Each time we think we've killed the last of them, more always appear.
We have to get moving. If the servants are involved, this is even worse than we thought.
Could they be the ones who changed the ship's course to begin with?
I suppose it's possible, but they were coming out of hyperspace. Seemed like they just arrived. Either way, we'll need to get there fast. I'll get a shuttle prepped. Meet me as soon as you're ready. One way or another, this ends today.
Never have stood for such unprofessionalism.
I realize this is something you must do without me, but I couldn't let you go without at least wishing you luck. The way this is unfolding, I'm completely disheartened. I never dreamed we'd face Valkorion again, and now you must do so without my help. I hope you know that if I could, I would be by your side for this.
I won't hold it against you. There's just too much uncertainty this time.
I don't doubt it. Just stay safe.
Good, you're still here. I was hoping to catch you before you took off.
What is it, Theron?
I hope there's room for one more on that shuttle, because I'm going with you.
Out of the question. You're insane if you think I'd ever agree to this.
And I can't believe you think I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines while Satele is in trouble. I lost one parent. I'm not just standing by and letting the other one go. Not if there's something I could do to save her. Whatever the Emperor's doing, I can resist it. I was on Ziost. He didn't control me then. Sure as hell won't let him affect me now.
Commander.
We need to speak with you. Before you go...
Is the entire Alliance planning to come along?
I don't believe so.
We're coming with you. We helped you defeat Valkorion before, and we won't abandon you now. Whatever this weapon is that he's unleashed, I'm sure it won't have any power over Arkin and I.
This is just as much our responsibility as it is yours. If there's the slightest chance Valkorion could return, we must do what we can to stop him.
Sorry to interrupt your send-off, but we need to get going.
We will accompany you.
I'm going too.
That is really not a good idea.
Kira is correct. Too many are already infected by Tenebrae's weapon.
Bringing you is too great a risk.
That's not your call to make. The only orders I'm following are the commander's.
All right then. What do you think?
I wasn't expecting anyone to offer to come with us, especially since we don't truly know what we're up against. We're going to need all the support we can get. Thank you.
If that is your decision.
It is.
Then let us proceed as carefully as possible. This changes the entire plan.
I wish you all good luck, and I'll keep our forces here on high alert. Should you need us, just say the word.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Still, it's good to know we've got backup.
Enough talk. Let us depart before we lose the droid.
We're here, scanning the transport. Power fluctuations, system failures. Looks like the engines are out of commission. There's a ship parked in the hangar bay, but I can't tell if it's T7 shuttle or the servants.
There's our answer.
We'll have to go in through one of the airlocks, but we can't connect while they're shooting at us.
Leave them to us.
Locked on and sealed. We're ready to go in.
No matter what we find, we'll do what must be done. Understood?
We will not hesitate. Embrace the power.
For the record, this ship was not creepy when we left.
Now it's the compressor.
Impossible! I checked it not 5 minutes ago!
Check it again!
What's going on down there? We must leave immediately.
Doesn't make sense. Every time we repair one system, another fails.
That must be T7's handiwork. Wonder where he's hiding. Let's find a way to take these guys down quietly once their boss disconnects. No sense...
You will not escape. This ship will be your tomb.
You were saying?
Come on!
Impressive.
I've barely begun.
Good to see you too, little guy. Great work stalling them till we could get here. So these guys aren't our only problem, then? Who else would even know about this?
It doesn't matter. Anyone who stands against us will die. Must die.
Agreed. We can't afford to take any chances. Shoot first, questions later.
Let's keep everyone contained. Then we'll worry about who's killing who. Alright, I'll take T7 and make sure the engines and hyperdrive are permanently shut down. Weapons and shields, too. Just in case.
We must still ensure that no one who has boarded this ship can leave. We cannot risk this corruption spreading.
We should check all the escape pods, then launch them before anyone can use them.
That mystery shuttle in the hangar, too. T7 can take our shuttle out once we've finished sabotaging everything.
Agreed. Stay on comms.
Embrace the power.
This ship is huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes. Is there a question?
Why such a huge ship?
It doesn't matter. We need to stay focused. Feel the power of the Sith.
spot 2 more servants. They must have packed them in tight on those shuttles.
That's the last of them. Tenebrae's dogs won't escape us now.
You truly hate them, don't you?
They are beyond contempt. They betrayed their empire, betrayed the entire galaxy, to absolutely no purpose. To be a Sith is to break your own chains, to choose your own path, and overcome all that stands in your way. These wretches wear the name servant with pride. They happily enslave themselves to a madman. That the Sith ever tolerated them is repugnant. That we still contend with their delusions after all these years.
Today we eliminate them, once and for all.
I will savor each death. Let's make our way to the hangar. We need to find out who else seeks to wear the former Emperor's chains. We left only a few droids to guard the ship. To cause this much damage, someone else must have been fighting the servants.
These scorch marks are from lightsabers.
Embrace the power. The servants use them. But who was here to fight them?
That's an Eternal Empire shuttle. From Zakul.
Old servants and new, vying for scraps from their once great master. Pathetic.
Whoever they are, they'll die with the rest.
Precisely. I sense no one on board.
Shield generators are toast. We're taking the weapons offline now.
We've launched all of the escape pods and cleared the hangar. There may be Zakulans on board.
Just what we needed. We'll keep our eyes open.
Time to take the bridge.
I'm ready.
Still clear out here. Once you've got the ship disabled, we'll come back you up.
How could you afford a ship this size?
We didn't. Kira stole it.
Hey, don't drag me into this. I wanted to take the Corvette. Faster, more maneuverable, about 10 less decks between.
I need my space.
engines are history. This thing won't be moving another centimeter. Unless an even bigger ship comes along to tow it, of course. Nope! Sorry, you're right. There is no ship big enough to tow a scrap pile this size.
Enough! These corpses.
Scions of Zakul. Their leader told me they would return when it was their time to die.
They must have taken the ship off course in the first place. But were they trying to hide from us? Or the servants? Are they allies or enemies?
The Scions helped me, but only because I was fighting Arkan. They're loyal to Valkorion, not us.
Then they will see no mercy from me.
So many lives lost. It must end, here and now.
Revan.
The end is closer than ever before, but the threat is as dire as we could have imagined. The ritual inscribed on Tenebray's body, the plague that was unleashed, is feeding on its victims' minds. Tenebray is being remade. I can feel it. You must intervene before it's too late.
It would be simpler to destroy the entire ship.
Even that may not end the threat. You must destroy his very essence, not just the flesh he's attempting to steal.
That is our plan. Kira will lead us in meditation. We will join our minds with Satil's and end his blight on the galaxy. Forever.
Then go, quickly. I will aid you as best I can.
Kira, the bridge has been secured.
We're all clear too. Meet you at the medbay.
I never expected to see Revan again.
If we succeed here today, he may finally know peace. Come, the end is in sight.
Heskel's prophecy. At last, we are here.
You will not stop this. You cannot stop this.
We'll never win.
Valkorian's last vestige will be saved from your corruption!
You were puppets! Fools! We were his true followers. Only we knew the true shape of his power, of his plan.
You were all puppets. The man you're so obsessed with never cared about any of you.
Why should a god care for the insects beneath him? His designs were beyond any of us, and they will not be stopped. He is master of the Force, master of us all. To stand against such power is to be destroyed.
My father manipulated you just as he manipulated us. Deception was his greatest power.
We thought we were a family, that we knew him. We were wrong.
Please, let this madness end.
The end will come only when it serves him.
If destruction is what you crave, you shall have it.
I am the weapon of his will. None can stand against his power.
Embrace the power.
More deaths to lay at my father's feet.
Master Satil, she's still alive. Trad and Syl are dead, and the rest aren't far from it. So much darkness. We have to hurry.
Form a circle, quickly!
I'll keep you covered from here, just in case any stragglers are hiding out.
Theron.
She's my mother. I'm glad I can help, but I don't think I want to see the inside of her mind.
We're going to join our minds with Satil's to help her fight. Focus your minds on her. Watch her breathing and try to match it. Close your eyes.
Here we go again.
Close your eyes. Let my voice guide you. Listen. Follow my voice. The Force unites us all. Through the Force, all things are one. Follow my voice. Follow. I can't sense the others. I'm not sure if they made it in.
Unexpected guests. Fascinating. Who are you?
You don't recognize me?
No, but you have come here on purpose. Ah, who else could you be? I've heard so much about you.
You'll live.
Impressive.
Most impressive.
What the?
My wayward child. You of all people should know better than to challenge my strength.
Or so I've gathered from this Jedi's memories. Your minds are resilient, to say the least. Adapting so quickly. Resisting so ably.
I hardened myself against these mind games before you ever tried. You don't remember.
This Jedi remembers, though she clearly lacks details.
You aren't who you pretend to be.
I am, and I am not.
That's your original body, isn't it? You're not Valkorian or vitiate. You're Tenebrae.
As shrewd as I've been led to believe.
The ritual carved into him isn't a plague. It's an imprint. An echo of who he was back then.
It has taken longer than I'd hoped to recompose myself.
But time has never been in short supply. Not for me.
To be honest, I've quite enjoyed the process. The memories this Jedi and her followers have of me, of us. Quite amusing.
Let me know when you get to the part where I destroyed you. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
But I have. And yet, here we are. Even your greatest victory failed to overcome the power, the vision that I possess. The version of me that you knew became too complacent, too distracted by mortal concerns, empires, wars, even a family. I have seen where that path led. I'm not so easily distracted now. I will succeed where he failed. And thanks to you, I have a choice of interesting bodies to carry me to victory. You lash out with such conviction. Don't you see how pointless it all is?
I control this place. All that happens, every motion occurs by my design.
And you are no different.
You cannot succeed, only die alone.
In the fight against you, no one is alone. He divided us. He knows that together, we are stronger than he can ever hope to be.
If this really is Satiel's mind, it looks like he's close to taking over completely.
Perhaps, but our enemy lies as often as he kills. We can still win. No one person can destroy this threat. But all of us together, we will end him. We'll find Satiel and the others at the center of all this. Come on!
You believed you had won, that your achievements outweighed your losses, that your sacrifices meant something. Anything.
After all that I have done, all that I have enslaved, all that I have destroyed, you should have known.
You do not know the true face of power, but you will. Very soon. You will. old yo.
I control all that happens here.
I am immortal, infinite, endless.
Everything ends. Even you.
I believe you tried to destroy me once before. You failed.
I saved you then. I will not save you now.
Fools!
He thinks you will be lost here forever, but you have always known the way to destroy him. Together, we will find his doom. Satil is stronger than this. Duplicate believes. She is not the easy prey he assumes. He gleans the facts of his other lives from the memories and impressions of Satil and her students. But he has only the knowledge of those events. This Tenebrae possesses none of the wisdom earned by experiencing them.
Do you know how long ago this impression of Tenebrae was made?
I can only theorize, but it must have been long before our time. Likely before even Revan's time. Do not share in his arrogance. He is more vulnerable than he would have us believe. But he is still the most dangerous being in the galaxy. If we fail to destroy him here and now, there may never be another opportunity. He is a relic of an era long past. Destroy him. Break the chains he uses to ensnare us all. Free the galaxy from his manipulations. Avenge me. Avenge your soul!
At last, I understand.
So desperate for love, for approval, for self-determination.
Each more powerful than the last, and also easily manipulated. You must have been endlessly entertaining.
Ignore him. We're together.
Brother. Sister. We know, brother.
We know what? That he's just as deluded and self-absorbed as our parents. You couldn't let me be free. You were so afraid to let me be what I am, you killed me. I wouldn't even be here if he hadn't dragged me along.
Dragged you along? What do you mean?
Not one clue what you're doing. As always.
Valen, please.
Please? Please what, Mother? Please stop reminding you of the truth. Does it hurt? Because it pales next to what you did to me.
Please, listen to me, Valen. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but you deserve to hear this. I was wrong. He took you, and I said nothing. He caged you, and I stood by. He robbed you of the woman you were destined to be, but I let it happen. Others blame you for so much, but the fault is mine. How much pain and suffering might not have happened if I had just fought harder for you? I could have done more. should have done more.
I'm sure you did your best, Xenia.
You would say that. Birds of a feather and all. Can we focus? There's someone else here who needs to die.
Foolish child. You could never hope to.
You presume limits to my power. There are none.
You must reach the center. Go.
What could you possibly be thinking?
You must realize by now that everything you do here is meaningless. The Jedi's mind can no longer resist me. It crumbles by the second.
When she is obliterated, only I will remain.
Watch, fight, flee, bring as many friends as you like. Nothing can stop me now.
You're starting to sound a bit desperate. Who are you trying to convince?
Mindless child!
Look at them. Your Jedi and her weak-minded students. Barely clinging to life, to sanity.
They will fall. And once again, I will rise.
No. Your power is your weakness. It blinds you.
Jedi nonsense.
Precisely. My students and I, who are we to resist your power? You knew you could dominate us all. That you could tear a path through our minds, absorbing our essence, strengthening yourself, crashing through all our defenses one by one. In time, your victory was inevitable. In time, you would claw your way here, into the very core of my being. Into the heart of my trap.
Trap. Look around you.
Yes, look around me. Look at my students, each of them shaken to their core by the death and chaos that you helped create. Eager for help, guidance, strength. Had you focused on any one of them, you might have succeeded. But your ego wouldn't allow it. Why settle for one student when you could assault them all? And why limit yourself to the students when their master was close at hand? I never needed to beat you. I only had to let you think you were invincible. Until now. Until every person who knows your weakness firsthand could come to face you. Until the one person who proved you could be defeated came here to destroy you, once and for all.
I command the force that binds the universe. I will not be killed by the ignorant tool of an empire I created.
Don't worry. I'm not going to kill you. We're all going to kill you.
Enough! You will all learn the true depths of my power.
You are beyond
Vitiate
your
and
challenge
Valkyrie.
comprehension.
We face their full might.
Witness true power. 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 Witness true power.
You won't hurt anyone ever again!
Witness true power. Witness true power. You think you know me?
You will suffer.
Witness true power.
I cannot be denied.
I am immortal.
We can do this!
Shifts will grow beyond you.
everything you've done.
Everyone you've betrayed.
Everyone you've manipulated.
Everyone you've murdered.
The Force seeks balance. Always.
No. No!
The Force is mine! I command it!
I am endless!
No. In the end, you are nothing.
Welcome back.
What is this?
A victory party. The best I could do on short notice. We destroyed him. Utterly and forever. The Sith Emperor will never rise again.
I'm sure I've heard that before.
Perhaps. But I think you know truth when you hear it.
Where is everyone else?
My son is helping Kira and Scourge. They're taking my surviving students to our old training grounds on Coruscant. Arkan and Senya have left for Odessen. Perhaps now they will finally know true peace. The rest... Darth Mar, Mitra Surik, Revan... I believe they are one with the Force at last.
Wait. How much time has passed?
That's not important. You have given my son the home he always needed. I never expected someone like you to be the one to help him where I could not. But... he is content at last. Thank you.
You should spend more time with Theron. He needs you in his life.
I would like that more than anything. Today, we defeated the most evil and destructive being in history. Take care not to follow his path. Even with all his power, the weight of his wrongdoing dragged him to oblivion. That does not have to be your fate.
Ah, you're awake. Shouldn't need this then. Had an eventful day, have we?
I've had worse. What's next on the agenda?
Honestly, nothing. We may have to start some trouble of our own. Kira and Scourge had me pick you up from the hangar. Apparently they were the first to wake from the ritual. You were unconscious for more than an hour. What happened?
Teal wanted a word with me.
That must have been interesting.
That's one way of putting it.
You'll have to tell me all about it. But first, what heading should I set?
There's still a war on. I want to be on the front lines.
Aaron Lanier. I understand you have quite a story to tell.
Agent?